Hesitation in the housing market. Despite falling prices, buyers may be forced to cut their budgets. According to a recent report from Zillow, rising mortgage rates might prevent people from getting the most for their money. Joining us now, Dolly Lenz Real Estate CEO Dolly Lenz and Dolly Lenz Real Estate Managing Director Jenny Lenz. Ladies, great to see you.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Well, you know what? The yield on the 10-year Treasury is falling to almost a year low this morning. That would be good news.
Yeah.
Great news for home buyers. But what do you see as the challenges in the new year?
Well, affordability is going to be the word of 2019, right? So that's a good word for buyers, a bad word for sellers. So we're going to see sellers have to adjust or have to rent or have to look at other exit strategies, and buyers should jump in. This is really an opportunity to buy.
Is it a good lending environment for buyers, Dolly, right now? Particularly those millennials who finally seem to be getting into the housing market now?
Jenny
Yeah,
just wanted
I've been waiting
she's got the inside track.
Yeah. Tell us what's happening. No, I've been waiting for a couple years now, and prices are finally coming down. And, I found a seller that's willing to sell at a price that I think the apartment is worth. And, I'm jumping in and I'm talking to my friends and my clients about that. And
banks are showing up for those first-time home buyers, you
They
think,
are.
now?
They are. Look, everybody has to adjust, banks included. Otherwise, they won't have any business. So they're really looking at something and saying, how can I help you make this loan? What can we do?
But real estate is always local. So I want to ask you, what are the hottest markets right now that you're seeing across the country?
Across the country?
Yeah.
Miami.
Okay.
Los Angeles. Even though the prices are down, are a good inflection point to purchasers jumping in. So people always talk about pricing, but pricing makes buyers jump in. I mean, recent sales that we saw, for example, celebrity sales.
Right. Mark Cuban just bought a place in Laguna Beach. You have Kanye West, who's always in the news, buying in Miami. You
have at the Fiana. He bought at the
Fiana,
Fiana in South Beach. For Kim, that was her Christmas present.
Yes, a nice Christmas present.
Yeah. But he's always in the news, right? Tom Brady and Giselle. So they sold and bought in this market, which is another key thing. If you're selling, don't worry so much if you're going to buy, because you'll buy in the same market.
Right, so if you take a 10% haircut, but you're buying for 10% less, it doesn't really matter.
But that is the thing, right? A lot of the high-end homes have really had to cut their asking prices, and some of those properties have sat on the market for a long time before moving, right? So you're seeing some adjustment now.
Yeah.
The top end of the New York real estate market seems to be where the pressure is. You don't have as many Saudi and Chinese buyers now.
Let me just say that. Boo-hoo for the people who are trying to sell a $50 million apartment. It's not 50, but a $15 million apartment that's really worth $7. I want to know, what about bargaining? Your bargaining power with the seller?
Right. So,
even an example of what you experienced, is the buyer in charge now?
Yeah, I think definitely 2019 is the year of the buyer. Sellers are going to have to make concessions, and that's what my seller did, and
Yeah, exactly. So the perfect example. So her apartment was listed for almost double what she got it for, right? And the reality is she's the only buyer they had an offer from. So buyers have to go out there and be very aggressive, bid on multiple properties. Try to get out of your own zone that you have to have 3 bedrooms. Maybe 2 bedrooms and a maid's room could work for you. If you don't have the affordability of last year with the interest rates being higher, look to see how you can make that up.
You're making a face.
The New York real estate market, I think, and I know that that's your specialty, Dolly, I think we're seeing a complete flip right now. And I think, to your point about the millennials, I think you're going to see a lot more of that lower end inventory in New York actually start to really pick up, because of what you're talking about with prices.
Yeah,
it's a good thing for the younger
I'm making a face because I'm wondering if we're going to get to a place where New York or Los Angeles or even internationally, a place like London is going to become a little more affordable for sort of middle class or more average buyers, or if they're still going to stay at the very high end. Because even if prices are coming down, New York is still a pretty stratified market. Los Angeles is still pretty stratified. Are we going to see some loosening in the middle there, do you think?
I think we're going to see loosening on the margins, right? People who need to sell, right? And that's what the buyer's job is. Find the buyer that needs to sell. You're probably the only bid they're going to have. Bid aggressively. Bid on multiple things. As to affordability, I do think most people in these markets because there's such rich markets, they don't need to sell as much as others may need to sell. So you really have to pick and choose and do your homework. You know, go to Realtor.com, read all about what markets are like, read about the different houses on the market. Know your stuff when you go in there to bid.
If you could buy somewhere else, where would it be right now in terms of affordability, like a lot of inventory, the buyers in charge, you could get a good deal? Is there any market in the United States that fits that bill?
I think Miami. Right now.
Because of the supply.
Yes.
Well, there's a lot of supply coming on.
A lot of supply.
Right, a lot of supply.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. You know, they try to hide the supply there.
Yeah.
You know, we're much more transparent in New York about what our supply is. There, everything's a little murky. You know,
right,
but
especially new development down there. You know, there's building after building. Right?
Downtown Miami is exploding.
Downtown,
everywhere. You know,
aisles.
free money meant everybody built, right? So they had free money. Well, now without such free money, somebody has to absorb all this.
Dolly, Jenny, Lenz, it's great to see you both. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year.
Come
Thank
back
you.
lots in 2019, please.
Thank you.